It's Monday, December 29th, and today we're looking at a cold air invasion from the north and some blizzard conditions up here in the Great Lakes, as well as some thunderstorms, remnant thunderstorms actually pushing down through the southeast and out to sea. First, we're going to look at the remnants of yesterday's severe weather system. We still have that bomb cyclone moving through a really sharp and strong cold front, and this is going to push its way out to the Atlantic and the Gulf as we go through the day, bringing some thunderstorms with it. These are likely just going to be rainy showers. We can kind of see the warm front extending in front of our cold front, bringing this big blotch of showers right here, specifically in the northeast. And like I said, this is just going to push out, bringing some storms really anywhere along this line I just drew. This is representative of that cold front. Nothing super serious though, maybe some rain, not even any flooding concern there either. But what is going to be a concern is going to be the blizzard conditions that this is going to bring up north. We're actually expecting quite a bit of snow with this and a lot of lake effect snow also. So what I want you to notice right here, all of the Great Lakes in front of them where the wind is blowing, we have some really strong westerlies out of the west, of course, and from Lake Ontario, Erie, Huron, Superior, Michigan, we're all seeing lake effect snow in all these areas, which could potentially see upwards of 8 inches of snow. That's actually a pretty high estimate, probably going to be around upwards of 5 in between 5 to 10 inches of snow today. But the biggest areas that are going to be hit the worst are going to be the upper Michigan Peninsula, specifically Marquette, maybe potentially 20 inches of snow up there. Even in some isolated spots, we could see 30. Then out here in Minnesota, Wisconsin, northern parts of Michigan, widespread areas of double-digit snow. We do have a little sliver down here that I want to mention in southeastern New Mexico in the highlands up here. We are going to have that remnant front kind of just sitting in an area of convergence in the upper plains convergence zone. And because our cold front will have already passed by then, we're likely going to see temperatures cool enough to allow for some snow in the higher elevations up there as well. And why I'm saying there is potential for blizzard conditions is simply just look at how strong the winds are going to be up here in the Midwest and Great Lakes region. It looks like we're going to have a lot of areas, not even near the Great Lakes. Near the Great Lakes, there is potential for sustained winds upwards of 30 miles an hour. But just in the general Midwest, it looks like we're going to have a lot of areas receiving sustained winds of 25 miles an hour, gusting up to 40. So that's definitely going to allow some blizzard conditions in some isolated areas. And this bomb cyclone is only going to push eastward. So these crazy conditions are probably going to reach the northeast and completely overspread the northeast by tomorrow. And this is just what it looks like from a jet stream view. Here, of course, is our bomb cyclone, and we can just see how strong it is. Look how strong our jet stream is right here. This is a super duper strong jet stream pushing through loads of forcing. This is why we're seeing all of those messy and linear storm modes pop up and push through. And once this kind of goes out to sea, we're still going to see some forcing on the back end of it. So probably prolonged snow up here in the northeast, but we actually are going to see an area of high pressure probably build across most of the US, leading to some really calm conditions. I think this means that we're not really going to see a whole lot of showers. Winds are probably going to be really calm as well, and a lot of clear skies. Now, something I do want to point out after this, probably around Wednesday, this could start to change if you're up in the Great Lakes region. We're going to see another big area of low pressure, big dip in our jet stream come down once again. And this is going to lead to a lot more snow. It's not going to have warmed up there yet. All that cold air is still going to be lingering over that area. And we're going to see this move through, definitely spelling lots of snow. But after this, something is going to change. We've seen a lot of our troughs kind of just touch the north. They've been glancing blows. We're about to see a lot of short waves and long wave troughs move through in more southern portions of the US. So early January, we're going to see a lot of that. Like, look right here, our jet max is in the southeast instead of being up here in the Great Lakes region. And I think this could spell potentially some severe weather. So some early January severe weather definitely looks possible. I definitely think we're going to see a lot more cold kind of spouts that haven't really been seen so far this year. It's been a lot of warm weather, but I think we're going to see a lot more of that and a lot more active weather pattern further south. And the last thing I want to talk about is just the crazy invasion of cold air down in the US. The entire US, except for a small sliver of central and southern Florida, is probably going to be experiencing some feels like temperatures that feel like it is freezing outside. If you are anywhere in the northern plains or Midwest today, when you wake up, the wind chill is going to make it feel like probably the negative teens, and in the far northern plains, the negative 20s in a lot of areas. And something we're going to notice as we go into the day, it's really not going to warm up that much. In fact, it's only going to get cooler further south as we go throughout the day, as our cold front continues to march that direction. And by tonight, it looks like we're going to see a lot of areas that are freezing. Pretty much only that area that I circled, which isn't feeling freezing temperatures, and also the far southern portion of Texas, with our coldest area, of course, being up here in the Northeast and the Midwest and Great Lakes region. Probably a lot of single digits and negative single digits as well. And then as we go through the week, I see this probably until Wednesday. It's going to remain super duper cold. In fact, Wednesday is probably when we're going to see that cold peak. And then through the day, we're going to start to see a return of some warmer air, but still pretty chilly in a lot of the US and definitely still freezing up north.